today.
Good.
I am excited about our little interview.
Good. I'm happy to hear that.
Okay.
First of all, I would like to say thank you for participating in my social and cultural project in regards to Haitian American.
Okay.
I was happy to have met you at your place of employment, which is Mount Sinai Hospital. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yes, I was happy to have met you there. And like I said, I'm glad that I had the opportunity of speaking with you and that you took time out to come visit with me so that we can have this personal interview.
It was no problem.
Thank you. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions.
Okay.
And it's in regards to your culture of Haitian American.
All right.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was born and raised in Miami. My mother and father are from Haitian descent. I know Creole, a little bit of French, majority of English by the way that I'm talking. I grew up in a really strict family home because Haitians are very, by the book when it comes to certain things, especially like when things about education and religion. They're very strict about stuff like that. So, of course, I was in church every Sunday. At first, I was actually Catholic, and then I converted from Catholic to Baptist. But then after that, I converted from Baptist to it's just a big. I'm still finding myself and exploring myself as at this point. So I work at Mount Sinai, as you know. That's where we met, and I do patient billing and registration, and so far so good. Other than that, no complaints. Everything's all right.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that's nice to hear. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions which will help me learn more about your culture and your values and beliefs within your family setting. Okay. How would you describe the most important values and beliefs of your culture?
Well, the most important values and beliefs, like I said, is education and faith. In the Haitian culture, education is like the top of the line. From what I'm understanding, everybody's parents want you to either become a lawyer, a doctor, a nurse, something in the medical field. For some odd reason, they believe if you get there, you'll make it anywhere type of situation. So when it comes to education, it's top notch. They believe teachers. So if you have a teacher that's not telling the truth, they believe teachers. I got in trouble a couple of times since I was a kid because the teacher said something, even though it was right, and I said it was wrong, and they believe the teacher. So they're big on education. When it comes to faith, my mom, I always say her boyfriend is the Lord because she's always in church every day. He's there. But, as you do, I go to church, try to go to church every Sunday because I believe faith is a big part of our lives and we need to go ahead and believe in something. And in the Haitian culture, it's either you're Baptist or either Catholic. I grew up, like I said before, I grew up Catholic and then I switched over to being Baptist. Only reason that I got out of the Haitian church, they read a lot from what I see out. They read out the French Bible, which I really don't understand. So that's why I went ahead and got out of that setting to go ahead and go to an English church.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Now, can you please describe important cultural events, celebrations, and practices in your culture?
Cultural events. Only cultural event that I can go ahead and remember is, that Haitians were like the first freed Africans back in the day. The events that we go ahead and take advantage of is our Independence Day is on the 1st of January, which is the first of the year here. But that's the Haitians' Independence Day. So we usually have like something called a soup. It's called soup jumeau. And it's like a mixture of like pastas, yams, little different things. And believe you me, that with the bread and the whole 9 yards. Because if any Haitian out there, they'll know exactly what I'm talking about when they say this soup jumeau. What was the third part of your question one more time? Because I know you asked me 3.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's for I was asking you for you to describe cultural events or celebrations, but that would your Independence Day that your culture celebrates at the beginning of the year, which is January 1st.
January 1st.
That's a celebration.
Oh yeah, and don't forget the carnival. Every island has its own carnival. But Haiti has its own carnival also, and all of them around the same time, around the February, March, or maybe April, depending on what time of year it is.
Have you ever participated in the carnival? Okay, so you go to Haiti for the carnival?
Oh no, that one thing I didn't do. I participate in the Haitian carnival that's here in Miami.
Okay, local.
Yeah, the local carnival. But I would love to go to the Haitian one because I've been told by family members that that's where you need to go ahead and be. It's a wild time, but you know, I'm gonna go ahead and visit. Don't worry, I'll get there.
Okay, all right. Now, what reading materials, films, or videos can help me learn more about your culture? What can you advise for me so that I can learn more about your culture?
Now, that is a little bit difficult for me. My best opinion to you would just be around, and you'll see everything. Because a lot of us are over the top. Like, you get everything. You get the emotions. Everybody gives you everything up front. We don't like to hide around. So I can't really tell you a film that you can go ahead and watch. You just have to be around us in order for you to go ahead and get the full experience of what the Haitian culture is. Very good people, very nice people. If you go to our house, even though there's 2 people who stay there, there's a pot that can feed like 18 people, just for anybody to go ahead and walk in. And if you're hungry, we'll go ahead and take care of you. If you need anything, we'll go ahead and take care of you. Like I keep telling my girlfriend that our house is like the halfway house. Because everybody who comes from Haiti, they stop there first, get everything situated, and then they move on and take care of whatever they need to go ahead and take care of, or move into the United States the correct way, after they get the papers and the whole 9 yards.
Well, that's fantastic. So I plan on having dinner with you guys. Okay, so have you ever experienced prejudice or discrimination within your culture?
Within the culture, or just prejudice and fears because of our culture?
Yes,
because that right there,
yes. Of being Haitian, have you ever experienced
it? Believe you me, yes. As we're growing up, back in the early 80s, it wasn't a good thing to be Haitian, especially in Miami, because they had the whole Haitians eat cat, and then they had like, everything was a downgrade. Everything made us look like we were the bad people, like we're coming over to steal jobs from the people that were already here. And I was wondering like why. As I grew up, I was wondering like why would they think that? It was an old way of thinking. I don't know who brought it up, but a whole lot of people took in that concept. But it's no longer, because now it's like more of a melting pot. Because nowadays, everybody either has like, Haitians are everywhere, to be perfectly honest, especially in Miami. It's 2 things you can't get rid of, or in Miami, would be Haitians and Cubans. We are all here. It's like one big melting pot. So now for the people who didn't like, and the funny thing is people who didn't like Haitians in the beginning, their baby's father is actually Haitian and things of that nature. I guess it's a growing process. You live and you learn as it was. But as kids, they did make fun of us like it was the worst thing to be Haitian.
Stereotyping.
Yes, stereotyping to the max.
Wow.
Yes. But we got past it. We're on to new things now. And the same people, like I said, that were stereotyping us before, love us now. So that's all that matters.
Wow. Well, how do you think people on the outside view your culture?
There's still a little bit of stereotype left when it comes to it, because within our culture there's stereotyping also. Now, what I say about that is we come from a country that has nothing. So when we came into America and we see a lot of people who already have the opportunity that doesn't take advantage of it, that's where they stereotype Haitians. Like, hey, you've been here, you got these opportunities, we got to come here, learn your language, and take the same opportunities, so you're wasting. But when people come from the outside, they look at our culture like, okay, you're coming from the outside, and you're going ahead and try to take everything that we have, which we actually don't. We actually like to meld, and we can go ahead and talk, take care of, because the majority of Haitians speak Spanish also. Because remember, we're right next to the Dominican Republic, so the majority of Haitians do speak Spanish. So we can go ahead and plug me in, and I'm good. And I'm going from here to there, and everything else. Because my stepfather, he speaks fluent Spanish, and I'm catching on little by little. I know you speak fluent Spanish, but I'm catching on little by little. I got my numbers down pat though. Don't worry about that. I got the numbers down pat. The words I'm working on, but the numbers I got them down pat.
That's wonderful. Okay, so now, how do you believe people from your culture view counseling or counselors?
That's a hard thing. Reason because I believe they're stubborn. A lot of our people are very, very prideful, and they don't think they need assistance from the other side or any assistance on the outside, no matter what. Because not saying a lot, because infidelity is everywhere, but there's a lot of infidelity, some from what I'm seeing, and like the Haitian culture when it comes to males, not females, but males. But the thing about it is they'll take care of it and they'll eat it and they'll take care of it by themselves without going out to go ahead and get any type of assistance or any counseling whatsoever, because just like when certain people know that your marriage or whatever the situation in your relationship is not good, it's just, if you go get counseling, you would be able to go ahead and save that situation or not. Since you have pride, you don't want nobody else to know your business. So that's where they are. They don't want nobody else to know their business, so they prefer to go ahead and stay like introverts and don't let nobody get in. That's the only problem that I see, because they don't like I said before, we're very prideful people, so you don't want to nobody know that you're down. Okay. Yeah. So that's when it comes to counseling. I don't really hear that much people say they go to counseling. I hear a lot of people say they take care of the situation on their own, no matter how it takes. How it goes from there.
Okay. Okay. And last but least, what issues or concerns do you believe will stop members of your cultures from participating in counseling? Or it probably is in regards to some of what you have already just told me.
Because a lot of times they don't need a real reason to not go. You can just say, oh, I gotta go feed a dog. And that'll be enough reason for them not to go ahead and go, because they didn't want to go in the first place.
Excuse.
Yeah, just giving excuses. Like, no, this, that, and the third. Because man, if you only understand that, I've seen some things, and I'm like, man, you need to go to counseling and stuff like that. And they'll be like, dead set, no, I'm not going to counseling. No matter how much. And I'm like, I know it's eating you inside, but certain people just don't want to take that extra step. Because everybody thinks that they can handle everything on their own. And I've grown to know that everything cannot be handled on your own. You're going to have that place to vent. You're going to have to go ahead and have that place to go ahead and express yourself. But a lot of people go ahead and hold it inside, which, in retrospect, makes your life miserable. Mm-hmm. In my personal opinion. It makes your life miserable, because if you're holding everything inside, so the day that you finally do explode, everything's going to go not the way that you wanted to go ahead and go. So, like, say my mom, I know my mom's not into counseling. She just saying, like I said, Jesus is her boyfriend, so she just prays. And just hope that saves everything. Because they're heavy in religion, so what they'll do, instead of going to counseling, give it to the man upstairs. And then he'll go ahead and work everything out. So it's a good and bad thing, because that's what we were told. If you have any problems, give it to the man upstairs and he'll go ahead and just guide you through. But sometimes you need that helping hand that's local to go ahead and do what you need to do. But that will be the fight, because they don't like people knowing exactly what's in their game room, no matter how bad it may be. So that's the problem that I see when it comes to counseling and Haitian culture. The very prideful folks, and that's the majority of them.
Okay, all right. Well, Mr. Richards, this concludes our personal interview, and again, I would like to thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to allow me the opportunity, which gives me a chance to learn about your culture.
No problem, no problem. It was my pleasure, and I'm like, oh, you cool. So as soon as you asked me, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Good to go. I love the personality.
So I look forward to seeing you at your home.
Oh, of course, of course. Thank you so much for having me.